What's up? It's been a minute since I posted on this channel, and that's just because I didn't really know what I wanted to do with it. But I just got out of Target. But that's mainly, yeah, I just didn't really know what I wanted to post on this channel. But I think I do know what I want to do now. And I've been getting into music, like listening to music, not playing it. So I think what I want to do is review music albums. So that's what I'm going to do in this channel. So the first one, which I actually have, because, well, here. The first album that we're going to review, that I'm reviewing, is Metallica, Ride the Lightning. That's one of my favorite albums of them. And I just really like it. It's my favorite. It's a bunch of other people's favorites too. It's considered one of their best albums, and I wholeheartedly agree with that. The vibe and the tone set by everything else is, turn this off for now, is like really, I don't really know how to explain it, but like, it just feels good. It's very good. They're also the tracks. I call them tracks. I don't really like songs. The tracks are good too. Mainly because this was the early 80s. This was, I think, 85 or 84 when this album was first released. And the songs on the tracks are, you can listen to them and remember them. Like, without even trying, I could probably repeat Fade to Black or Fight Fire with Fire. So, they're very good with that. But, there's only 8 songs on there. It's also one of their shortest albums. It's only 45 minutes. And I've listened to it a lot. And I've gotten... It was raining really bad, which actually is appropriate for this album. I don't know how well you're going to be able to hear me because of my car, but for fuck, I don't really know how to explain it, but I just really like it. It's a really good album. It's a 9 out of 10, obviously, easily and obviously. Well, I'm gonna rank the songs or the tracks. We're gonna go through each of the. This is my first review. We're gonna go through each of the songs. So, Fight Fire with Fire, or I think that's what it's called, is really good. It's a great tone, and the vibe of this album and early Metallica was pretty much anti-war, or were based off a lot of war stuff. Fight Fire with Fire, For Whom the Bells Toll, Disposable Heroes, Master Puppets, all one from And Justice All. Those were all very war-based, and the lyrics show that. But Fight Fire with Fire is really neat because it's just really catchy. Like, the lyrics are good, and it's just good. I don't really know how to explain it. It has a really good rhythm and bass, and that's because of Cliff. That you can't really, like, you can feel it. Like, the tone is great, and that's a good 8 out of 10. That's really all it is. Ride the Lightning. That song is great. It's good. You can feel the bass. It's a good action movie scene, like action movie, like audio. Like, if you wanted to have, or like an intro to somebody who has like electric powers, like, they should have picked that for like whenever Thor was on scene for like Thor Ragnarok. That would have fit a lot better because it just has that power to it. And the Fight Fire with Fire and Red Lightning have, they both intro each other. They don't, if you sync it up right, they both start and end the same way. And that's really, really clever. And I give that one a 9 out of 10. It's a good it's a good song. It's very nice. For Whom the Bells Toll, it's iconic. Eventually everybody's heard it in their entire life. And now with them in Fortnite, which is hilarious, you're gonna hear a lot more. And what's even more funny is that in high school, whenever our team would get introduced, their intro song was For Whom the Bells Toll. And it also has that memory to it. It's also very early Metallica. You could listen to the lyrics and understand them. Nowadays, you kind of have to pay attention. Like, this album is very easy and memorable. The songs are catchy. You can remember all the lyrics. In fact, I know pretty confidently all the lyrics for Whom the Bells Toll and Ride the Lightning, which is very good. And I like that about it, because it makes them a very good intro to what metal is. It's also just has a great intro for that too. It's a solid 9 out of 10. Fade to Black is quite possibly one of their saddest songs. I've never cried to a music video, and I never, or not a music video, a track, and I never will. I'm just saying that it's one of their saddest. It has a very strong message, and the story behind the song is something with James losing something. But if you haven't heard it, listen to it. I'm not going to spoil it for you. We're up in the shitty. And it's just a very good song. It's a very good acoustic guitar. It has a very, I don't know how to explain it. I've never done this before. It's a very solid 9 out of 10. Now, I can't say that for Trapped Under Ice. Trapped Under Ice is a very weird song. Trapped Under Ice is a very weird song. It's good, kinda. It's just that it's the same reason why I don't like The Thing That Should Not Be for the Master of Puppets album. It's very repetitive. I think I parked weird. It's very repetitive in the way the vocals for when he says, I'm trapped under ice, then goes into a different riff. That doesn't really sit well with me. I don't know why. It just does. For that, it's a 6 out of 10. I know that's a pretty drastic change, but you gotta account for that. Then for, what was it? Creeping Death. Same kind of reason. I don't know why. I don't like Creeping Death. I don't get the hype. But it's just not good, in my opinion. I don't like it. And it's catchy. I will say it's catchy. I do listen to myself and think, oh, Creeping Death. I remember that. It has a very good feel. I just think, I don't know. I just don't like it. Escape is probably my favorite song on that album. It's easily a 10 out of 10. It's very memorable. I really like it. It has almost a creeping factor to it, because the vocals are so nice, and the way that James says it in Cliff, say that or sing it, it feels like the end credits of a horror movie. And I can't actually let you hear the music, because I will get DMCA'd. I will get copyright struck, and I don't want to deal with that. It's just a very good song. And it's easily a 10 out of 10. I like it. I like it a lot. The Call of Cthulhu is very good. even though it's their longest song on the album, it's 8 minutes, which to sit through with lyrics would be a hellhole. But without lyrics, it deserves that 8 minutes because it tells a story. If you don't know, it's based off of The Call of Cthulhu. It's an H.P. Lovecraft book. And it's very, it has a tone. Like, if that book had like an ambience or an ambiance to it, it would be The Call of Cthulhu. But what really bothers me is the name, Cthulhu. That's not his name. It's Cthulhu. Which, both spellings are right, but it bothers me. Because even in later songs, they say Cthulhu. It's Cthulhu. And I know I'm being, like semantics or whatever it's called. I just don't like it. I just don't like that name. If they change the name, easily 10 out of 10. But it's a 9 out of 10. Overall, the album is a very easily an 8 out of 10. It is my favorite album of all of them. And I'm not going to review Kill Them All because I don't really like first albums unless I got recommended the first album. But Kill Them All, I'm not going to review. To me, this is their first album. And with that, it's an easy 9 out of 10. Like, straight 9 out of 10. Alright. First review done. See y'all later.